Thank you very much, Rose. Thank you very much for Globe for inviting me today, and good morning, bloggers, friends from the media, and teachers. Um, in well, I'm here to answer a question, and why educational technology? What's the use? What's the point? It was in about 2001 or 2002, ancient times by technological standards, when I took a class. I was taking my master's degree, and I took a class in the design of technology-supported learning environments. And at the time, the university was introducing a learning management system. And it was introducing us to concepts in problem-based learning. It was introducing us to the concepts of constructivist learning theories. And I was already a media practitioner at the time. And looking back, I was like, wow, why now? Why just now? Where was this when I was studying? When was this? Where was this concept when I was turning away from mathematics? That's why I took communication in college, kasi walang math. Didn't we all? Where was this when I had to when I was questioning myself, why do I need to take a political government subject when I wanted to be a broadcaster, I wanted to be a filmmaker? And you know what, that question, it's self-questioning, our kids ask it every day. Why do I need to take this subject? And the moment that I took the subject out of the teaching became the time when the students began to learn. Why educational technology? Educational technology takes the teaching out of teaching, takes the subject out of the subject, takes the education out of the education. And you know what it leaves? It leaves learning. Educational technology is not about the technology. Educational technology is not about who's got the most money to spend. And we get that a lot at the College of St. Benil. Every time we talk to almost anyone in this country, it's always, kasi may pera kayo. And that's not fair, because it's not about money. And that's our advocacy at the EdTech office. That's the advocacy that I've taken on, which is when there was an invitation from Globe to join them here at the Prism exhibit opening. It's yes. It's not let me check my calendar. It's yes, because this is part of our advocacy. This is part of what we're trying to say, that educational technology is not about the technology. Most importantly, it's training our teachers to be creative, to be innovative, coming up with ideas, using available tools. In the 1500s, an educational technology was introduced to us, and many people were against it until teachers began to learn how they could use it. It was called the printed book. Fast forward 500, 600 years later, and we have technologies now that many teachers turn away from, because that's just social media. Pang-selfie lang yan. Diba? Fake news lang yan. Alternative facts lang yan. But if you turn it around and use it creatively, the most mundane tools like Facebook can turn into the most powerful tools for education and for learning. And the most fun part is when your students in the classroom suddenly forget that they were actually in class, and then remember that they actually learned something, which I think for many teachers in this group will kind of know that, you've lectured for an hour and a half, and at the end of the day, they ask you, diba, any questions? And the first thing that they ask you is the first thing that you mentioned at the start of an hour and a half. Frustrating, diba? So the challenge here, ladies and gentlemen, for educational technology, for groups like Globe and efforts by companies like Happy, is not to teach our teachers how to be techies. The excuse, ladies and gentlemen, of hindi ako techie is passe. I think the challenge now is to teach our teachers to be creative. It's a challenge to teach our administrators to be open to creativity. And before we know it, we're going to be teaching a new generation new tools, new ways, new methodologies. The kids are ready to accept us. So the challenge now to the teachers are you ready to talk to them? And so with that, thank you for Globe for efforts like this and scholarships that they've given to 1,000 teachers. Hopefully, these are going to be the first 1,000 that student by student, email by email, Twitter post by Twitter post will change the world. So thank you very much, and have a great day.